Hello, Whammy. Well, I saw you were on the road today. Where were you headed? Hey, Moon. How you doing? Oh, all right. Back home, huh? Isn't that where you're from? Get some of Mama's cooking, huh? Moon, you doing all right tonight? Isn't that funny? Dogs are funny about stuff like that. Hey, Turning. How you doing today? Yeah, Rocky's got work when I leave him. If there's any paper or anything on the floor, he'll tear it up. And he knows he's not supposed to. I can walk in the door and just look at him if he tore something up, and he'll go hide. Turning, you have a good day. Yeah, crazy. Long day, huh? About all you can do is just ignore people like that. Ooh, how long do you take to cover that 1,000 miles, Tony? Yep. About all you can do is just let it go. And they'll eventually just make an idiot out of themselves. You get used to, get where you're driving 10, 11 hours. That's enough. You can sure tell the difference in it dropping off. You're not near sharp. And there ain't a hell of a lot of scenery going to Kansas City, is there, Amy? You get on 35 to go up there. Yeah, they have some bad weather in some places. Wichita Falls. That's a pretty neat little old town. Turning, it seemed like when I was on the road, every time I come through Oklahoma City, there was a tornado someplace there. Hello, Mr. Phil. Well, I'm doing fine. We're at in Wyoming, darling. I mean, if you don't mind saying. I don't know where Rocky's eating at. Yeah, far corner then. My head's about 2 inches long about remembering stuff. Now Rocky's on his favorite couch, Phil. Hello, Miss Fairy Dust. I wore him out today. He stayed outside a lot, did a lot of running and playing. I talked to so many people on here that I get a little bit confused about where everybody at. Yeah, he will as long as he wants to, Phil. He'll run for a while and then you throwing a ball to him, he go hide the ball, get tired, he quit. Well, there's one thing about it, turning getting older is a whole lot better than the alternative. These little old bulldogs got a mind of their own. They just and they bullheaded, but they're smart. Phil, he may fetch 5 or 6 times, and then he gets enough of it. He go hide the ball. I'm gonna go look at a van in the morning. I may have found me one. Yeah, he get plenty running, and that's in between his zoomies. That dog can run. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, I think what I've got planned is you talking about getting a van and stuff. Is I'm gonna leave this big trailer here. Yeah, leave about 5 minutes. Uh, this one's pretty close. I'll go look at it in the morning. I've been looking for the last couple of weeks. It's a Ford 250. It's cargo van. No, I got a buddy of mine that check it out. Oh, you flying? You pilot turning? Damn, I haven't flown 30 years. Well, this is one that if I get this van, I'm gonna build it up where it's not too much junk in it. Just the one I'm gonna look at tomorrow's got a high top on. Said he had two of them. Said he had one high top and one low top. So, hmm, I understand what you mean about the cloud now. I thought you were driving, just dodging some storms. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I got a friend of mine that went to Alaska, and he was a crop duster down here, hell of a pilot. He got up there, and the next time I talked to him, he said, "Man, that's a whole different world." He said, "The weather's crazy, 10 times crazy as it is down here." And said, "All the rough country." And said, "Then you land on the water, you just hope you don't find a log someplace." He stayed up for about 3 years, and he quit it. Yeah. Well, when I was flying, had jobs going on all over the country, and I thought, well, that plane would be the way to do that. I didn't have an instrument rating. Well, after a while, I figured out I could nearly drive it as fast. The time I had somebody carry me to the airport, get the plane, fly up there. Somebody come pick me up. When I got ready to come home, if it was bad weather or overcast, you sit there for a day, and it just didn't work out for me. I made a lot of money on planes, swapping, doing trading with them. I still think they're pretty neat. Hello, Josh. How you doing, man? You ever watch any of that stall business where they're building them planes where they land in about 15 feet? That's crazy. I had a bunch of my friends down here with crop dusters, and I lost two of them in plane crashes in, I don't know, about 3 months, I guess. That's a dangerous business. Plus, getting all that damn chemical all over you. Do you? Yeah. Sometimes the seeds are faster dragging the ground. The best pilot I ever met had been a crop duster for about 40 years. And if you can fly a crop duster for 40 years, you're pretty damn good. This old boy I was talking about he was a flight instructor too. And he called me one day and said, fly on the other side of Austin with me. Yeah, they are. Said, I bought another plane up there. He said, I think it was a 1946 Tatercraft, I believe. Anyway, we flew up there and landed on a little old grass strip. This damn plane was sitting backed up in a barn. Uh, it had been wrecked and killed the guy that's flying it and his wife when she got it fixed. The insurance fixed it, I guess. They just put it in the barn. It hadn't been started in like 10 years. Anyway, we flew with it, got it started, got it running, checked everything out close as we could. And I crawled in his plane, and he crawled in that Tatercraft and started heading for Waco. And three times on the way back from that was not very far, just 150 miles probably, he had to land that thing. He'd land it and get out and fool with it a little bit, and I'd be circling him, seeing what he wanted me to do. He'd get it fired off again, and go again. When we got back to the airport there in Waco, I said, "What in the hell were you doing?" He said, he said there was a damn rat nest in the damn fuel tank, and said it kept the fuel line kept plugging up on me. He was crazy. He used to run a company called Waco Air. Damn good pilot. don't know. Flying sort of like, and I used to be heavy in the horses, training them and fooling with them, and I got enough of them, and I don't care much about it. I think they're pretty, but I don't fool with them. Flying the same way with me. Yeah, you you got to be a little bit different breed of cat to do that crap dusting. I tell you, the neatest little old plane I ever flew turning. I had a friend of mine was a doctor here. He owned a Mooney. That was a quick, fast little old easy handling. I loved that airplane. Ain't no telling what a Mooney would cost now. Mm. I don't even like to fly in them noisy rattling things. And you want to talk about some pilots? Them warrant officers in Vietnam are flying them choppers. Now you talk about crazy. Mm. And Mooney was something else. I used to laugh. That doctor was a character, and we were about the same age. And his wife was gorgeous. She'd been a model and all kind of stuff, and just not a pretty woman. That was a beautiful woman. And we'd start the wound flips Colorado a couple times, and she'd take and if we needed to get fuel or something like that, he'd just send her in there. She'd go in there, and them old boys couldn't do nothing but saying yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and their eyes bucked out of their head. He said, I get weighted on a whole lot quicker if she goes in there than I do. I've flown a many a mile in them choppers, Phil. That was like getting in a car here. Yeah, they built in Kerrville, Texas. One time they passed a law here. Oh Lord, it's been years ago now, but that a company built a product. They had they were responsible for it from forever. Well, everybody quit building airplanes. You couldn't buy a plane in the United States, and I think Mooney finally went back in business. Won't not for that price. Yeah, I don't even remember what his plane was. I know it had a retractable landing gear, and it was quick. Yeah, it was all metal plane. I think Moonies are like a lot of other things. You either love them or hate them. No, they didn't have the Black Hawk. You had the Hueys and the Cobras, and oh, I forget what that Crane helicopter was. And then you had some little bitty helicopters that they just used for spotter planes. Oh yeah, I'm completely lost on them now, Tony. I thought those were little old. I don't remember what the nickname was, but they were. I think they were Bell. Yeah, I think they were Bell. We just call them BB. So that's what they look like, a BB with a tail on them. Yeah, they were quick. I don't know about that now. I'm out of touch on that. I always thought it'd be neat to fly one. I've been in the cockpit on one, and it takes a lot of damn coordination to fly a helicopter, a lot more than an airplane. Of course, I'm sure they got them better now, but oh, the nicest plane I ever bought was a Cessna 182. A friend of mine that had a airfield down on the coast. A guy hit a goose with it and messed the wing up a little bit. It's still flyable, but they I bought that thing. I think I gave like 12 grand for it. This was back in the '70s and early '70s, and it had more instruments. It had 25, $30,000 worth of instruments to be 200,000 now. But I flew that thing back up, and that buddy of mine repaired the wing on it. He's certified. And I think I about tripled my money on that thing a couple months. But that sure was a nice little plane. Yep. Have you ever seen the contest they do with those, Phil? They're shooting that same rifle and shooting at 750 yards or open sight, tying sight. Pretty neat. I used to like to shoot a long way with a pistol. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it wasn't a 45-70. It was more. It was juiced up more than that. I'm not gonna get in any of them anymore. Got black powder load. That's one reason I enjoy the 45 long Colt so much. So if you can load them with black powder, and you can make black powder if you had to. Ooh. That 45-70 is getting real popular again, isn't it? Paper patch. Yep. Oh me. I tell you what, I think I'm gonna shut this thing down tonight. I'm about wore out. They I've got one of them sitting in the gun safe, Phil. They that's a, I've killed several deer with that gun, and you put 410 number 3 buck in it, and it'll do a good job on just about anything close. They quit making them for a while, but somebody said they're making them again. Yeah, it is a neat looking little old gun, and I love the 45 long Colt. So it's light little old thing too. Yeah, and it just you can handle it like a pistol if you need to. I've got that rifle, and I've got a Model 92 Rossi that's 45 long Colt lever action. And I got a couple pistols chambered in it. Like I say, I love that load. Oh yeah. But what people don't realize is the reason I like a 45 long Colt is that you can go up to 300 something grain bullet in it. And even if some idiot was to try to break in and had body armor on, you hit him with 350 grain bullet running 1,000, 1,200 foot a second, he ain't gonna get up for a while. And you can actually load a 45 long Colt hotter than you can load a 44 Magnum. Yeah, it's nearly like shooting a slug. I never did look to see what a slug weighed in a 410. I know the deer I killed with it, and it poleaxed them, boy, just bam, they were on the ground. Yep. Well, and I don't buy very many bullets. I cast my own. So, uh, and I've had most rifles that run 2,000 foot a second, unless it's got one of the bullets that's got the plastic in a hollow point. Just regular hollow point, it won't expand. I run a little test one time and had a 44 mag pistol, and I was in a deer stand and had a feeder set up at 40 yards. There was a point at 40 yards that was really easy to mark going to that feeder. And I cast, excuse me, I cast some hard cast bullets up and loaded that gun up. I think it was 12, no, it wasn't quite a thousand foot a second. And I had a doe come by and put it behind her shoulder and busted her, and she ran about 40 yards and fell over. And the bullet channel was just a little bit bigger than that bullet was. The next weekend, I loaded some 180 grain hollow point. That was a 230 grain bullet. The next weekend, I loaded some 180 grain hollow point at 2,100 foot a second. It cave your chest in when you pull the trigger. And I shot that another doe that coming weekend in the same place behind the shoulder the same way, and they ran about the same distance. And the bullet channel wasn't any different. At 21 foot a second, just wasn't fast enough to blow it up. Tony, you have a good night. Yeah, we can get off this thing here in a minute. Yep. wood buck. You better hang on to that pistol. And that was coming out of a Ruger Black Hawk. And I had a set of grips on it that were bigger grips, or wood grips, so you didn't bust your hand. Damn Ruger grips, or they would roll that pistol up in your hand. My hands are pretty big, and I'll bang my finger on that damn trigger guard or regular grip on a hot load. I got one more 45 long Colt I want to buy. I just hadn't turned loose the money to do it yet. Because I want to buy Henry, that Henry, Steel Henry big boy. Yeah, I shot a Casco. You better hang on to that one. Henry makes a hell of a rifle. That new lever action they got out, that's a side loader and a tube loader both. That's one hell of a gun. Now, I don't like the brass uh, when they machine them out of that hard brass. I know it's all right, but I'd rather have steel. I got that one steel big boy with that side load. And the other thing is you can put a scope on one of them. That Rossi, you got to put a scout scope on it. What, Freedom Arms? Or who's making it, Turney? I'd love to have one of those Alaskans. I'm gonna tell you what, the Freedom Arms is not real popular, but they're a good weapon. They're well built. Rossi building some pretty good guns now. They used to, their guns were just junk. Wow, that's neat. I didn't know that. I think, what is it, Red Hawk at Alaskan? I'd like to have one of those with about a 4-inch barrel on it. Yeah, they are that. They're a big gun. And they're not small, and you're not going to care unless you're serious about it. That Alaskan now, they want about 1,200 for it now. I have to look. I'm thinking they had a 5.5-inch barrel and like a 2 or 3-inch barrel. I've thought about cutting that Black Hawk I've got down for at 45, but ejector is in the way. You can't get it down 4 inches. I had a Red Hawk that was in a, yeah, 3 inch. That's a little bit too short than I want. I want a 4.5 probably. Uh, I had that 41 Magnum. That was a sweet gun. That's all breed caliber, but what on them Alaskan? If I'm gonna carry a pistol that big, I don't want it. The chest rig is the one I would want to carry. Yeah, you don't get as much jump out of it, but dang, they're expensive. And I don't imagine I'll ever go back to Alaska, so I guess you could use it on some of these big hogs. But if you hit them right, a 22 will kill them a hog. At 22 Plankster, I watched one of his videos today, and he had a 1022, a full automatic. Damn, that thing is spit some stuff out. Yep. I don't care nothing about going up there and hunting a brown. But I would like to kill a black. I'm gonna have to try to find me a place to go to kill a black. All right, I'm gonna get off here. We've been on here about an hour. I enjoyed it, folks. Y'all all be careful, and if I don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a good one.